you so much for putting yourself out there for our job-seeking veterans. Before we get into the plant operator role with Viridi, let's hear a little about you. We know veterans don't follow companies, they follow leaders. So as a Navy vet, please tell us a little bit about your military experience, your transition into this industry, and what you're currently doing at Viridi.
Thanks, Justin. Yes, Navy veteran, 8 years. Joined the Navy 2008, and I transitioned out in 2016 to the specialty gas industry. I did that for about 8 years. At the beginning of that career, I was a canister cleaner, so pretty much bottom job at that facility. But I saw potential with the company. It was a really good company. They were growing fast. They were big on veterans. So I took a chance, as did the company with me. They took a chance on me as well. I got hired and I started out as a canister cleaner, worked my way up to a production technician. And then within a year and a half, my drive, my military background, and the dedication to doing a good job got me promoted to a shift lead. So I was a shift lead for about, I would say 2 to 3 years. But I traveled a bit with the company as well. So that I put myself out there. After 2 or 3 years with the company, I got promoted to a production supervisor. I did that role for a couple of years as well. As a production supervisor, I was allowed to take an interim role for production manager in Singapore. So with this company, I lived in Singapore for 2 years, been assisted in starting up one of our sister sites in Singapore. One of probably the best experiences that I've ever had. After we got that site online and up and running and commissioned, I transitioned back to the United States, back to Florida as a production supervisor. And I felt like I had more to give. I learned so much in Asia and I got so much experience in that next level leadership that I felt like I had a lot more to give. So at that point, I started job searching again for higher management roles. And I landed this position here at Viridi Energy in Marathon, Wisconsin, where I am the plant manager, looking to hire that next high functioning plant operator.
You're looking for Derek, right? Coming out of the
Looking for-
military, highly motivated, truly dedicated. Ready?
100%. I'm looking for myself 10 years ago.
And I was lucky enough to be a part of that transition. You moved into that first role and watched you grow and develop and then become a hiring manager there and hire
Yeah.
veterans and develop and work and invest in them and grow. Like I said before we got on camera, this was probably one of the most exciting videos for me to make, is to get you and I together on camera for the team to see. So that being said, this is a natural gas plant and it's small, right? It's you as the plant manager. And then what's the rest of the team look like?
So for the team itself, it is a small team. There's a plant manager and 2 plant operators. I am a working plant manager. So the same thing that I'm expecting the plant operators to do, I will be probably the first one to do it before they even do it. So this is a working role, small team. Obviously, we want good camaraderie, good team building, and we want to have a good open relationship with each other so we can trust, right? That's one of the biggest parts of a team is trust. So we won't be able to trust each other and depend on each other. So I'm looking for somebody that's very reliable, dependable, flexible as well, but it's self-starter, self-driven, because that's what's going to take that plant operator to that next level. This company is growing fast. We're opening up sites all over the country. And I want to have the joy in saying my plant operator get promoted to the operator, gym operator, be senior operator, and hopefully one day plant operator into these other facilities that we're opening up throughout the country itself.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. So right now it's you. Is this person going to be the third plant operator or the second plant operator?
So yes, this person will be the third plant operator, or excuse me, but second plant operator, plant manager, 1 plant operator, 2 plant operators. So they'll be the third person, but second plant operator.
Okay. So there's a joke here because right now we've got a sailor and the first plant operator is a Marine, right? So a sailor
True.
can walk into a bar. Now, that's great. So for you as a veteran, if you're wondering, one, Derek is a vet and he's been through the industry and he's hired and promoted and developed veteran talent. But he just recently hired somebody transition out of the Marine Corps, a communications guy. So he believes in that military development and training selection works. So if you're transitioning out, looking for a role in this industry interests you, and the Marathon County, Wisconsin area interests you, then this could be a great opportunity. So that being said, can we walk through like the day in the life of what this job actually does, what this human's going to do?
Got some notes here or the sheet as well. It's first foremost, my expectation as the plant leader. I know coming from the military, your experience in the military doesn't always transition to the job that you're looking for out in the real world, right? Obviously, we want people with experience, but I prefer someone that's a self-starter, self-motivated, willing to learn. So if you don't fit the criteria, that is okay, as long as you have that drive. And I think the military is really good in weeding out people that have that self-starter drive versus the ones that just there to collect a paycheck. And that's what we're looking for, the ones with that drive and not just here to watch the clock and collect a paycheck. Some of the duties, I'll get back to your question. Some of the roles and responsibilities of the duties that's going to be asked of the plant operator is daily rounds, daily checks, right? Just like you're doing in the military, going around, taking logs, monitoring the systems. Obviously, we have a bunch of high-end instruments and controls out there. They have set points and parameters. And early stages would be just monitoring these set points and parameters and identifying when they drop too low or they go out of range of these parameters. Totally understand that some of this equipment, some of this stuff might be foreign, it might be unfamiliar, but being able to say, hey, there is something wrong or there's something abnormal about this equipment is the first step to troubleshooting, is identifying when it's abnormal. So taking logs, doing rounds, just like you do in the military. We will have a control room. The control room will be the heart and soul of the facility. We should be able to operate everything in the plant from the inner workings of the control room from a computer station. Preferably somebody that's is decent with the computer. You don't have to be an expert, right? Or that's teachable with electronics and computer. As well as when I think about shipping and receiving, obviously we're a small team, only 3 people. We are our safety. We're going to be the safety representatives for the site. We're going to be the logistics teams for the facility. If packages come, we're going to have to unload those as well. We're going to be the quality team. You'll have to wear a lot of hats in the facility. And I won't sit there and say that it's going to be a breeze every day. There will be some challenges, right? But the thing about it is we're going to work through them together as a team. And we won't leave anybody out to high and dry. Performing calibration, I'll read some of the things from my sheet.
Real quick, I think I can summarize this a little bit. So if you're in the Navy, standing watch in the control room a little bit, where you're watching the computer screen, seeing what's happening, but also then you're going to go walk the yard, so to speak. You're going to go walk the line, check gauges, check readings, make sure everything's done. If you see an anomaly, something's out, right? You're going to go, okay, hold on, stop.
Yep.
Figure out what the problem is. I almost call it like first echelon maintenance, right? There's certain things that you're going to be able to touch and do, but there'll be certain points where it's beyond your scope that you may have to call somebody in. Is that right? These guys they're not the actual maintenance person. They're the operators that can do the first. Like I was a truck driver, so I could change the oil, I could change the brakes, but I can't rebuild a carburetor. Right. So it's something like that. They could do first echelon, and that's job is to make sure all that's running that way.
100%, right? So like you say, I call it the first level, low level maintenance, right? We will do more maintenance, some PMs, corrective maintenance. It'll be a judgment-based scenario like, hey, this is beyond our level of expertise. Let's hire in the experts and let's hire in the people that's dedicated their time to be able to train and fix these equipment. So we do have a lot of contracts out there with different vendors. Mind you, this is a brand new facility, never been ran. We're actually in the commissioning phase right now. 99% of the things out there are under warranty, right? So breaks, fails, that's an operator that should. If it's something that we can do locally to get it back online safely, right, we will do. But if all else fails, we'll call the vendor. I'm like, hey, this piece of equipment is not operating as should as designed. Walk us through some troubleshooting steps. Are we able to fix it right now? Or do we need you guys to fly out a representative to get into the weeds and get it back online? So that will be the expectation for maintenance evolutions here at the facility.
That's great. And I didn't even put it together that you're in a commissioning stage. What a great opportunity to come in and see a new plant come online and get that experience.
I agree.
Yeah. And then lastly, it's a Monday through Friday role, but because it's a 24/7 site, it's rotating on call. So was it every third weekend they'll be on call?
Yes, you're correct. Since there'll be 3 people total, once every 3 weeks, you'll have on-call / duty as the military people know, right? You will get paid an extra stipend for the on-call rotation. Your on-call rotation is 7 days, like 1 week a month. This is only 3 of us. Well, 1 month you'll have it. Every third month you'll have it twice in a month. The expectation was you'll have a duty phone, you'll have a laptop. So if something does happen at the facility, you're going to be able to get all the alarms on your duty phone. You maybe open up your laptop, access the facility from your laptop to be able to visually see, hey, what's going on. And if the plan is safe to restart from your laptop, just restart the plant from your laptop from your home, that you can monitor on the weekends. If there is something needed, obviously you need to come out to the site to respond, then we'll meet the expectation. But the way the plan is designed is to be seamless, being able to start and operate remotely if no one's here. And again, yes, we will have the on-call duty, wherever you want to call it, the once every 3 weeks, which you will get paid for.
Good. And it's fun because like in the commissioning side, there is going to be some of those calls that are going to be abnormal to a established plant. And so if you look at it the right way, as a person, you'll get opportunities to solve problems that aren't normally, don't normally come up at a plant that's been running for a while. So it's great training.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that you hit that on the head. The commissioning phase so far, I think every week, this is the third site. We have 2 sites in commissioning right now, and this is the third site. We have another site commissioning over at RNG where Trey is at.
Right.
So we have ran into a lot of abnormal situations that I honestly think we will probably never see, when the plant is up and operational. But those abnormal things that have come up have taught us so much in the short amount of time that we've been commissioning. That things otherwise, like you say, you'll never see before, you'll never see again, just because once you get past the commissioning stage, some of these things, you just set it and forget it. Once you add that to the tool bag of knowledge and you say, you know what, I've seen that before, I've done this before. And you can add that to your experience in your resume and moving forward in your career in life.
It gives you a deeper understanding of what's happening, not just the surface level automation, but how the physical machinery interacts with the automation and how all this comes together, because that's usually the vibrations at a commissioning, that the physical and the electronic aren't working properly. Like, how do you marry those? And so that's a great opportunity. Man, I think I have everything I need for them to truly understand the value of not just this industry, the company, the job, working with a leader like you. Is there anything that you want to get across to these veteran job seekers that we haven't covered?
I think we covered most of everything. I would like to reiterate, right, that I came out of the military and joined this industry. I would like to say with 0 experience. If you ask people to hire me, they'll say, no, you had experience. I would like to say I had no experience. Somebody took a chance on me. Somebody saw something in me that I can say I probably didn't even see in myself. And I took that and ran with it. And then that self-confidence and staying driven, keeping as we said, keep the pedal to the metal, right? Keep moving forward, being able to help the next person as well. That's what I believe in. And I hope that we can collaborate and find a candidate that we can align and say, hey, this is a win-win for us both. I'm not looking to come out of here on top. I want the candidate to feel like, hey, this is solid for me. This feels like home, a place where they feel comfortable. So that's my closing 2 cents of what I'm looking for in a candidate.
Yeah. And if you haven't gotten this through, Derek is a true servant leader that wants to invest in people like people invested in him. I can't say it enough. And then I'm going to close off with a sailor and a Marine walk into an RNG plant. I think that's how the video should be titled, right? If that, who that third party is. Maybe we get a coastie, maybe we get a soldier. Who knows?
To be determined.
To be determined. But no, seriously, Derek, thank you so much for putting yourself out there. I know this is going to mean a lot to the community. And as soon as we find that right human, we'll send them over to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.